We live in a twilight world. Let's do another quick recording. I will try and keep this one nice and short so I can get it up on Instagram. Not that I like Instagram, but I know there's a lot of people that only use Instagram. And of course, they don't get to see a lot of my content. So, you know, we've got to try and include them, right? So yeah, this one is called Gaza City, the next theatre of war. Now, you don't have to be an expert in illusion warfare to work out that Gaza City is next up for the sacrifice. To create the illusion of World War III, you have to obliterate cities. Like we had with Bakhmut in the Ukraine and Mariupol. Well, not all of Mariupol, but certain parts of Mariupol over in the Donbass region, which some would claim is Russian territory, some would claim is Ukrainian territory. But you get my point, yeah? Just like in World War II, they sacrificed, Dresden, Berlin, Stalingrad, If you want to convince the world there is a world war going on, you need to lay waste to certain cities. Now, of course, the double cross, the hidden hand, who engineer our whole existence, played a long game. They build certain areas knowing that years down the line, they will be sacrificed. Anyway, let's move on to this little presentation. But anyway, yeah, here's my nice little poster. Hope you like it. Maybe one day all my posters I make will be worth some money. What's that stupid thing they call, these kind of artworks that are connected to cryptocurrency or something? Who knows, man? But I do enjoy making these little pieces, Anyway, so just to let you guys know, when I upload to YouTube, if it contains moving images, it takes fucking forever to upload. That's why I just take screenshots and do slideshows. It uploads within about 10 minutes. I haven't got the time to sit around waiting for fucking YouTube to process moving images. But anyway, right now, at the moment of this recording, there's a mass of armor building up outside of Gaza, yeah? They call this the staging area. Okay? And yes, is this really happening? I believe it is. Because you've got to remember, the soldiers in the Israeli military are not in on the illusion op. In fact, they are probably the biggest victims of all. These poor souls that sign up to the military and take part in the performance, okay? The whole recruitment process of the military, which is usually, depending what military is, about 28 weeks. They want to see who's obedient, who does what they're told, and who does not question. Okay? If the likes of me and you went and tried to join the military, they would weed us out straight away for not being compliant and for questioning stupid orders. So yeah, man, footage shows the build-up of tanks around Gaza ahead of the expected ground incursion. Yeah, again, this is in some empty field, possibly a training field, but nevertheless, for anyone around in the surrounding areas, I don't know where this is exactly, I imagine it's somewhere on the border of Gaza. If they were to drive down the road and see this, it'd be very kind of real, very visceral, right? Seeing this many tanks being built up. For them, it will be a real experience. They might even film it on TikTok and show their friends. And yeah, man, the war is real, look. And then they'll show a TikTok video of themselves filming this mass column of tanks. Now, I don't know how many tanks here, maybe 100, but it's still, it's a 4D experience for those involved and for those that experience it via location and proximity. Yep, here's some more images in the staging area, man. It comes amid escalating tension after Israel warned civilians to evacuate the northern Gaza Strip. So right now, the foot soldiers of the hidden hand, whatever we want to call them, the Ghost Legion, the League of Shadows, the Night Troopers, the Faceless Men, okay? Yes, they will wear the mask of Hamas. Yes, they will wear the mask of Israeli Special Forces. Yes, they will wear the mask of ISIS. They can wear any mask going, And that includes the humanitarian mask. So right now, the Ghost Legion will be in Gaza, desperately trying to move regular folks out of Gaza, especially Gaza City. Now, I know this might be hard for some people to understand, but the hidden hand does not kill anyone. Yeah? The deceivers do not kill, they deceive. Right now, the Ghost Legion, I can assure you, is getting the civilians out. They will not lay waste to that city until it is cleared, fully cleared. And you've got to remember, they have the highest of high technology. Things like light detection and ranging, yeah? They can see through buildings. They know if there's a human soul there. They will not drop a bomb on a human soul. Anyway, I know a lot of people are not with me on the woo-woo side of things. But whatever, man. You're interested. I can tell that much. They're even to a point now of dropping leaflets onto Gaza City, which is very much a World War II thing, man. Dropping them leaflets. You know, information is flying out the sky, landing on your lap, pretty much. Instructions. Instructions on how they want you to perform in the movie, okay? Thousands of leaflets were dropped by the Israeli military over Gaza on Friday the 13th, by the way. Yeah, again, also, this goes without saying, okay? We don't know if this has really happened or not. I'm not in Gaza. You're not in Gaza. We're just, for the sake of this conspiratainment video I'm making, we're assuming there's somewhat truth to this, okay? None of us... This could be pure bullshit. Same like anyone actually living in Gaza City. I mean, allegedly there's 2.2 million people. There's that number again, 2. Living in Gaza. We don't know if that's true. It could be half that. It could be a third of that. It could be 10% of that. We don't know. Yeah? What we do know is the deceivers deceive. And that includes deceiving us on the actual numbers. We know from the scamdemic, we know from Ukraine, we know from World War II, we know from 9/11, we know from all of these key temporal points in our existence that they massively exaggerate their numbers. You could say it's an untrue, deceptive perception of reality, aka an illusion, when it comes to their numbers. So yeah, the leaflets are calling on residents to flee south within 24 hours, man. See, again, man, they just want to get people off that film set. It's not a film set while there are still regular folks walking around. You have to get rid of real folks before it becomes a film set. Okay? And this is allegedly the leaflet that's dropping from the sky. The directions, the cues. The leaflet read, Gaza City has turned into a battlefield. Yes, a film set battlefield. Evacuate your homes immediately. And here is like one of the, I'm going to guess he's some kind of field marshal, some kind of colonel, some kind of 5-star general, a high up in the Israeli military, acting as a spokesman. And he basically done a speech saying, yeah, man, Gaza will not look the same. Yeah, man, they're going to lay waste to it. It's pretty obvious. Like, this, you know, the game is obvious. Now, I checked out the go-to propagandists, Sky News. I'd like everyone to remember that Operation Sky in World War II was led by, the Double Cross. Operation Sky, they were deliberately sending out volleys of chicken feed, somewhat true but useless information, over to the Germans, over to the Soviets, over to the Japanese, over to all the enemies, telling them what was going to happen. Let that sink in, folks, yeah? Chicken feed is somewhat true information. I'll probably go over that again in another video, but, you know, it's worth looking into Operation Sky in World War II and, you know, the madness that the British intelligence services were giving the enemy actual truth. because it is all about moving them into positions. But anyway, so yeah, here's the plan. This here is a river, and even according to the mainstream, not many people live around the river. And apparently they're going to do like a piercing armor movement across here to cut it off, and then here and here. They're going to create a steel, what they call a steel wire fence around Gaza. The clue's in the name, yeah? A steel wire fence. What does a steel wire fence do? It stops people getting in. And that's people like me and you, yeah? No, I guarantee you, no citizen journalists, nobody without the permission is going to be able to get onto that film set once they are done. Okay? And allegedly, the center of Gaza City is so built up that armored tanks can't get through. It will be an infantry battle. This is, of course, where you will see a lot of the staging of war. Okay? Theatrics. I reckon the real Israeli Defense Force will be tasked with the objective of creating this steel wire fence around the film set. Yeah, genuine soldiers doing their genuine job. They will be stopping anyone getting out. And let's say some stray person's left in there somehow, they will immediately get to work on getting them out, okay? That's real for them. But when it comes to the inside, the regular IDF forces will be told it will be special forces. Secretives, you know. But really, it will be the hidden hand. The League of Shadows. Both wearing the special forces mask and the terrorist mask. You know, staging some pretty realistic fighting within the city, man. I mean, you know, Gaza looks like a very built-up urban area. So some of the fighting you're going to see is going to be spectacular. Class A Hollywood film shit, man. You're going to see fireworks, smoke bombs, kicking down doors, you know, go, 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 go. Alpha team, move forward. Bravo team, stay back, you know, all that kind of shit. You know, guys, start stocking up on some serious supplies, yeah, popcorn and coffee, because this film is going to get interesting. You know, if you're stupid enough to still watch it, obviously the best thing to do is not be a part of it. But if you're going to watch it, get your popcorn out. The other interesting thing to note about what they're saying and they're telling us is allegedly there is a series of underground tunnels. Yeah, underground tunnels that Hamas use. Now, I've never heard this before, but it creates a great excuse about how, you know, when you think about underground tunnels, right, it's going to be the perfect excuse. Like, when they can't find Hamas? Oh, it must be in the underground tunnels. How are Hamas getting their weapons in underground tunnels? Why can't we see any fighting? Oh, it's all happening in underground tunnels. You know, you're going to be hearing, yeah, you know, the Israeli Special Forces Alpha Team today had some major victories in the underground tunnels. Obviously, we can't bring you footage because it's in underground tunnels. It's the perfect excuse. Also, there probably is actually underground tunnels. This is how the League of Shadows, yeah, the Ghost Legion is getting their fireworks in and out, yeah? They will be running around in the shadows. Like I told you guys, yeah, you've got to remember, like, the analogy of a magician on the stage. How the magician does it, he has trapdoors underneath the flooring, right? Above him, he has a series of strings and pulleys which can lower down his, you know, all his tricks and gizmos and gadgets. Yeah, he has his stage hands hiding behind the curtains, dressed in black, that are running around in the shadows that you can't see. This is a stage set. And just like a magician stage set, there'll be trapdoors, hidden runways, Kuroku, yeah? You know, like in Japanese theatre, the guys dressed in black. All of that stuff. We live in a twilight world. There are no friends at dusk.